So often we're trying to fix something or we're trying to find a solution outside of our body for what's going on or for what we see playing out with maybe our child or someone we're helping. And I think it's really helpful to kind of interrupt that for a second and not look at fixing as an external process or having to do something in order to find that magic solution that will change everything for us. And in my own experience, what's been most helpful is just changing how I relate to what is going on in my own body. What does that really mean? Well, that means understanding that at all times, including right here, right now, in this very moment, your body, your physiology, it either feels basically connected to this moment, here, present, broadly defined as safe, comfortable, connected. And more than a feeling, that's actually a reflection of our physiology being regulated autonomically to optimize and support our health, our restoration. And more than that, it's optimizing how we're experiencing the world, how we're interacting with one another. So that's one physiological state. Often, that's not how we feel. Often we feel agitated or restless or, quote, anxious, right? Or maybe even we feel disconnected and numb, checked out. What that means, again, more than a feeling, those feelings don't feel as good as feeling connected and engaged. But more than a feeling, again, that's a reflection of our physiology. Now interrupting homeostasis, interrupting how we're experiencing the world optimally and how we're relating to others. And it's instead putting resources toward protection, toward defending. And we might be attacking and aggressive, or we might be anxious and avoiding. Or if we're really tapped out, if we've been fighting and attacking or avoiding and getting out of it for far too long, we might begin the shutting down process. Our bodies reflexively, reactively begin to conserve and preserve what's left. Really in a last-ditch effort to survive. That's really what's going on. So I find it really helpful in myself and when I am looking at others and seeing how things are playing out, to just come back into relating to our own bodily reactions with that understanding of, for whatever reason or reasons, right here, right now, I either feel basically safe in my body, accessible, open to the experience, connected to each other, connected to here, connected to the world enough, or I don't. I feel under threat. I feel like things are too risky. Things are dangerous. Or I feel overwhelmed, completely tapped out, helpless, hopeless. And these aren't conscious thinking brain decisions. I'm not making these things up in my head. It's a bodily response. It's a whole body response. It's a physiological, reactive, adaptive response to the environment. And that environment is the environment around us. It's the smells, the sounds, the sights, the movements, all of that sensory information coming in. It's also the internal environment. It's the physical sensations. There might be pain, discomfort. There might also be comfort. There might be softness and ease. And really importantly, it's the relational environment. It's that interactive space. And we could be in an interaction where we are receiving warmth and welcome and cues of connection from another, and that can change everything. And at the same time, we might walk into that interaction already amped up, already unsettled, or maybe even already tapped out. And as we enter that interaction, we are broadcasting that to the other. We're letting them know that we actually, in this moment, aren't safe in our own body. We aren't safe enough to feel a connection. And that could trigger a response in their physiology. That could trigger a defensive reaction, and they might walk away, or they might get aggressive, right? Or they might even tap out. So it's really helpful to understand that a lot of information is being exchanged subconsciously, and this information is really being interpreted and evaluated in very primitive centers in the brainstem. These aren't high-level thinking brain decisions. But at the same time, whether or not in our physiology we feel safe and at ease, comfortable, connected, or under threat, it's risky, dangerous, unsettled, aggressive, or overwhelmed, needing a place to hide and hunker down, wanting to check out, maybe even wanting to give up. Those feelings, those different physiological states, bias what we see, hear, and feel in the world. Bias how we receive more of the sensory information coming in. Bias how we interpret features from others coming at us. And really influence how we experience this world, how we experience this moment. And that can be really, really helpful. So the solution isn't trying to fix something, isn't trying to find the magic recipe, or doing a certain activity or practice that's going to change everything. Sure, there are things that we can do, and that is part of the process. But the key, or the most important thing that we can, quote, do, is to just help ourselves relate to how our body is responding and reacting to the environment, the internal, external, and relational environment, in a way that helps us stay on our own side, in a way that helps us care for our bodily reactions, in a way that helps us have self-awareness and ultimately self-compassion, because that's what we're all on. We're all on this journey of helping our bodies feel healthy and connected. And it's been disrupted for whatever reason. And there are many reasons. There are many reasons coming at us in the culture, the environment, the competition, the ongoing evaluation, the lack of resources and needing to get more resources in order to feel safe. But if we peel it all away, we strip it all away, and we go right down to the core, we all are after the same thing. We all want to feel safe right here, in our body, in this moment. And we ultimately want to actually trust that it's actually safe to feel safe. To feel safe right here, to feel safe in connection with each other, and to feel as though I belong here with whatever it is we're experiencing. That's the shared quest. And that's what we can help ourselves and then ultimately each other do together.